Check out my documentary, Eat, Chips, and Die, my feature film directorial debut, coming soon to a film festival or a theater near you. How's it going, everybody? This is the D-Man here, Derek Barrett here. I hope you like my backup camera. How are you doing this wonderful Oscar weekend? I just want to say congratulations to Ryan Coogler for his movie Black Panther hitting the $500 million mark domestically. The first film directed by an African American to reach the $500 million mark, domestically speaking, that is. But nevertheless, I just want to say congratulations to Ryan Coogler. Amazing job. I'll probably talk about Black Panther probably separately on another time. But I just want to talk about, the $100 million club. Now, I know what you're saying. What does this have to do with the Oscars? Well, pretty simple. See, if you make a movie, right, and, if it makes $100 million domestically, then usually video and movie distributors will send the film overseas and see how much money it will make overseas. And there's very few black directors that actually had a film that actually grossed $100 million or more. And those that did, well, they're pretty much part of the $100 million club. There's really 10, well actually 11 now that hit the $100 million mark last year. Two of them actually, two members. Usually, most black films, if you ever get to see them, especially if they're good, they usually make around somewhere, probably from, I guess from the 90s to now. If you're a black director and you have a film and it makes, in the box office somewhere between $30 to $50 million, and it's not, super stupid, it's pretty decent. More than likely, you're gonna see it play in at several channels, particularly cable channels, basic cable channels, premium cable like HBO, Cinemax, Showtime. Definitely basic cable like VH1, TNT, and definitely BET and Centric and TV One. If it's a musical, it's definitely going to hit MTV or VH1 or something. If it's a comedy, it's definitely going to hit play on Comedy Central, and so on and so forth. And plus some local channels will play it as well. Like the Saturday afternoon matinee that the local channels usually have. When there's nothing much to watch on TV. But I'm going to give you the list of the 11 directors that are now part of the $100 million club. The first one is Sidney Poitier. Yes, the Oscar-winning legend Sidney Poitier became the first black director to direct a film that grossed $100 million plus. And that film is Stir Crazy, which was the very first R-rated movie I got to see in a movie theater. I was like 11 and a half at the time. This film, Stir Crazy, starring the legendary Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, both comedic classics. This film, Stir Crazy, debuted in December of 1980, and it made $101 million, a little over 101. And even back then, that was big money. It was historical, not just because it had a black director, even though it helps, but it made $100 million, and he was the first one to do it. And not only that, it was the third highest grossing film of the year. Third highest grossing picture in 1980. Next to number one, which was Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, and 9 to 5. The Office film starring Dolly Parton, Lily Tomlin, and Jane Fonda. Okay, now it'll be another 20 years where you will have another black director to direct a film that would gross $100+ million, and that would be Keenen Ivory Wayans of In Living Color fame. And he directed Scary Movie, which came out in 2000, July of 2000. It was a spoof of the Scream movies. They were very popular in the late 90s. And that movie made $157 million domestically and $278 million worldwide. So it made another $110 million overseas. That's what I'm talking about. If it makes $100 million over here in the States, hopefully it'll make another $100 million or even more overseas. Also, later on, you had The Italian Job, which came out in 2003 by F. Gary Gray. Of course, those who don't know who F. Gary Gray is, he did music videos when he first became famous. He did a very good music video of End of the Road by Boyz II Men, and he's also known for the film Set It Off. And his film, The Italian Job, that movie came out of May 30th, 2003. It made about $106 million. Italian Job was the 2003 remake of the 1969 original, which starred Michael Caine. And the next film that came out after, there was a lot of films that were directed by black directors that came out in 2003 that actually hit the $100 million mark. The next one, number three, the fourth one to make it on the list is director John Singleton. Of course, you know who's most famous for his Oscar-nominated film Boys in the Hood. He was also the first African-American to be nominated for Best Director. And his film was Too Fast, Too Furious, which was the first sequel of the Fast and Furious film franchise. That movie came out in 2003, June 6, 2003. It made $127 million domestically. Pretty good job. And after that, you had another one during the summer of 2003. The third one, you had the movie SWAT, directed by Clark Johnson. He's an actor turned director. He was most famous for being on shows like Law and Order, I think. The movie SWAT, which was based on the one-time 70s cop show that has been rebooted about a year ago by Shamar Moore. That movie starring LL Cool J, Samuel Jackson, Michelle Rodriguez, and Colin Farrell. That movie came out in 2003. It made a little over $116 million. Not bad at all. The next person on the list, I think number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is director Tim Story. He's famous for the barbershop films, and he also famous for the Ride Along movies as well, with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. And those films also made $100 million. But his first $100 million plus film was The Fantastic Four, which came out in 2005. That movie made $154,696,080. Well, just under $155 million. He also did a sequel for that in 2007, The Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. That made $131.9 million. The seventh person who's on this $100 million Black Directors Club is Peter Ramsey. Now, Peter Ramsey, he has a very special accolade on this because he is the first black director to direct an animated film with a studio budget. He directed Rise of the Guardians, an animated film. And that movie made $103 million domestically and $306+ million worldwide. So it made another $200 million overseas. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. The next person on this list, number 8, is Lee Daniels, of producing Monsters Ball. Also famous for Precious, and also for the TV series Empire. He directed The Butler, Lee Daniels' The Butler, starring Forrest Whitaker. And that also gave him a nomination for Best Director as well. And I think he's the second director to receive Oscar nomination for Best Director. And his movie, The Butler, came out in 2013, and it made $116.6 million. Not bad at all. Very good, actually. The one who made it on the list, the 9th person to make it on here, is director Ryan Coogler. Director Ryan Coogler, who just made well, made history, as I said earlier, with the Black Panther film. His film Creed, or as some people like to say, Rocky VII, which stars Michael B. Jordan, who's also a part of the film Black Panther. That movie has made $109.7 million, $173 million worldwide. Very good. Ryan Coogler's on a roll. Definitely on a roll. The movie Get Out, as you know, which that's the person who's on the list, number 10, was directed by Jordan Peele, who makes it on the list as number 10 on this $100 million Black Directors Club. The movie Get Out, which was directed by Jordan Peele, of course you know him from TV shows like the Emmy Award-winning Key and Peele, and before that, Mad TV. That movie made $176 million domestically and $254 million worldwide. That's a lot. That's a whole lot right there. Excuse me, I forgot. Get Out came out last year, is nominated for Best Picture as well. He's gotten a Best Director nominee as well, so good luck to you, Jordan. Also, the newest member of the $100 million club is Malcolm D. Lee. Malcolm D. Lee, he directed the movie Girls Trip. Malcolm D. Lee is known for the Best Man movies and also Undercover Brother. This movie, of course, Malcolm D. Lee is Spike Lee's younger cousin. He made it on the $100 million list with his movie summer hit film Girls Trip, which came out last summer. It made $115 million. And that's pretty much all the people, all the black directors, all 11 of them that has made the $100 million mark. Of course, I got to add something to this. F. Gary Gray, Fate of the Furious, Fast and the Furious 8, which came out around, I think it was, year before last? I think 2016 or 2017, I'm not quite sure. But Fate of the Furious, that movie made $226 million domestically, which was the highest grossing film directed by a black director until Black Panther came out last month. And however, F. Gary Gray is the first black director to direct a film to gross $1 billion. So far, Fate of the Furious, or F8, has made $1.2 billion worldwide. That's billion with a B. And looks like Ryan Coogler's Black Panther is going to be getting close to $1 billion also. Ryan Coogler is going to be the second black director to have a film to go $1 billion. So that's pretty much it. You have like 11 black directors that have hit the $100 million mark in their movies, and hopefully Ava DuVernay, maybe she'll be number 12 to have a even dozen. You know, when her film version of A Wrinkle in Time comes out in theaters. Who knows? You know, hopefully I'll be in that list as well with my future films. I mean, I don't know if my documentary will make $100 million. I mean, there's only been 2 that actually done it. I mean, Fahrenheit 9/11 and March of the Penguins. That's 2. Will it be number 3? I don't know. I hope y'all just see it. I hope you get to see it though, nevertheless. But anyway, that's my list. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and tell your friends, and definitely share this video to all your friends and all your Facebook groups, wherever, because, you know, we directors, we need all the support we can get, you know. But don't forget to subscribe. That's pretty much all I have on this Oscar Afterthought. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. Until next time, DB out.